Battle Chasers. Nightwire is a Kickstarter-backed JRPG from Western developers Airship Syndicate. Joe Madureira, who heads up the small studio, created, wrote, and drew the cancelled comic of the same name, but you'll be into Battle Chasers Nightwire if you like deep dungeon crawling and a rich, well-written story. The Vrooms returned for another year, bringing exceptional beauty to half arcade, half nut racing. There's a lot more character design this time with loads of cosmetic items for both driver and car. The focus is still very much on what you drive, though, 700 to choose from in all. The Vrooms returned for another year, bringing exceptional beauty to half arcade, half nut racing. There's a lot more character design this time with loads of cosmetic items for both driver and car. The focus is still very much on what you drive, though, 700 to choose from in all. The sequel to the greatest 7/10 of all time looks like it's going to continue that theme, with an added dose of WWE-style run-ins and dragons. Dragons! Hooray! It's even further from anything approaching Lottery canon these days, but the Nemesis system is back with a vengeance. The even spookier follow-up to the Resident Evil-inspired The Evil Within, the sequel promises just as much mad violence and weird stuff happening. You probably won't glean much from the cinematic trailer beyond that everything's gone wrong again, but here's some gameplay to tide you over. Like all of Bethesda's projects, it's out very soon. Following 4 separate delays, Ubisoft have finally decided a release date for South Park: The Fractured But Whole. As the children of South Park move from high fantasy to superheroes, it's up to the new kid to master his powers of flatulence to save the town from evil. Nice to see that South Park has gone highbrow after all these years. Here we have a full-on remake of the 2000 AD adaptation Rogue Trooper. Creators, and now IP owners, Rebellion, they do Sniper Elite, shooter fans, were keeping it very under wraps, releasing entire trailers without showing even the main character. We now know plenty more. Not content with being a dominant force in console gaming for the better part of 3 years, Destiny's sequel is headed to the PC. Expect jokes, loot, guns, and probably not Peter Dinklage, almost certainly the biggest launch of the year. Here's everything we know about the Destiny 2 on PC. BJ is back again, and there are still so many Nazis to kill. This time he's headed to America to liberate it before Switchover Day, when English will be abolished as a world language. With something to prove on just how mad a game you can make in 2017, we won't have long to wait to find out just how silly it gets. Then they'll get right to work on Wolfenstein 3. After taking a break, Assassin's Creed is back, in Egypt, and long before any of the other games were set. It's got an RPG system now, and a real combat system that operates more like Dark Souls. Like Black Flag, by the same devs, it wants to mix up the formula to create a massive success. Will it work?